to the channel. So we're just going to continue on working on the Mx5. In this video I'm just going to be trying to at least get the underneath prepared for underseal. I'll probably get it sprayed with red oxide first, and then I'll probably get all the seams sealed up, so you can see like seams like this just everywhere, and all in the back. There's all these seams. We want to get some seam sealer on there just to help protect it. So we're going to be primering it first with some red oxide, so we're going to do all that. Before we can do that, we're going to pull these wires out and fix some rust holes, because we have one in the boot. So we're going to fix this hole just before we primer with the red oxide. So I'm going to just cut this out, put a new plate of metal in, and same for here, take this out and then put some new metal in there. Then we can get to primering it all with the red oxide and spraying the hole underneath, get it ready for underseal. So the underseal I'm going to be using is basically like the Raptor Bedliner, but just a different brand. 4 litres of that. It's the black paint, so they do a tintable, but for now I'm just going to be doing black. Right, so new metal is in. I have also done the boot, welded in as well. I'm going to get ready to primer the underneath. I'm going to be using red oxide, and I'm going to spray it on with a spray gun. And so before I do that, I'm just going to mask everything off, so all the pieces I don't want to get red oxide on. So just going to mask off all up here, around the edges of these sills or the arches, and just wherever I don't want to get the primer on. Right, so everything is all masked, well, sort of, I guess. It's I've got a sheet under there as well, so we got all underneath masked up easily to spray. No, won't get that much overspray, and we got all here masked off where it's needed. I'm not too worried about here because I won't be spraying in there. It's mostly in here, and all this is masked. You can see I'm going to be spraying up to here, and then I'm going to put the spraying probably up to here as well, probably not all the way up to the top. And you can see couldn't get these out, so I just taped them up, and everything else is taped, masked off, and now I can get to start spraying the red oxide. is done. You can see on the back as well, all dry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just start seam sealing everywhere, so all the seams. So there's a load here, we want to seam seal up all around there, and then there's that there seam as well, because I did take a bit out of that when I was grinding out the rust. You can see we got more here, just all that. So I ended up painting it all. I ended up having to use the underseal gun rather than the spray gun because it wasn't coming out of there really. So I had to go there, but I had to go light because it sprays a bit too thick. So some parts are still a bit wet, and any parts that I missed, I'm just gonna after I seam seal, just paint some more on with a brush. Then for the seam seal, I'm gonna be using some Tiger Seal and just go over all the seams. So we got all these seams here as well. So like all here, we got to seam seal the weld spot, all there, all the spots that need sealed. All this underseal is done. I did run out of the black stuff, so I had to use, I did have another, I had some seam sealer left in a tub, so I just finished it off there. But as you can see, everything is seam sealed, all the seams all up along there and on every side, same for the rear. See, it's all seamed or sealed, all the seams. Seam seal is now completely dried, and it's still rubbery, so it's good, and this can be over paintable, so we can over paint on this without having to put any primer on or anything. And I chose black because of course I'm going to be using some black bedliner stuff. So this here is Mipa. It's similar to, it's pretty much the same as the bigger brand Raptor bedliner, but this stuff's a bit cheaper. Probably exactly the same though. So we got 4 litres here, as well as then the hardener. So because this is a 2K paint. So I'm going to start off with 1 litre, see how far that gets. So all you have to do to get this going, take it off, put it in the hardener, and then shake it up for a good 2 minutes or so. And then I'm going to use the underseal gun, and we're going to start undersealing the whole of the underneath. You see in the instructions, as if you want to go for 3 different textures. I'll probably be going for the medium because it looks the nicest to me, and it's probably the best. So we want to do a medium wet coat for the first one, and we're going to set it at like 30 to 40 psi. And then for the second coat, we want to keep it at 30 psi, and then do a distance from 45 centimeters to 60 centimeters, and that should give us that finish. sealed now, looking really nice, and there's the new chassis rails, looking perfect. You can barely see it. You can barely see that it was repaired on this side. You can just see the seam sealer, so it's not that bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you the back. The underneath is done. In the next video I'm going to move and be painting the engine bay, then doing the engine bay, and then putting in cavity wax inside all the inside the chassis. So in all these holes we're putting some cavity wax in, just to help it keep it protected for longer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's all I'm going to be doing in this video. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.